Guys, it's Jessica with Blessings at Home. I'm here to do my room tour. This is our basement. It's where our room is set up. I'm just going to do a quick overview so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll go through and tell you where everything is stored. Hopefully I can get through without losing space on my phone, or else, I don't know, we'll have to restart it. This is our play area over here. We also do our circle time over here, and any kind of educational videos if we feel like watching something. It's usually done over here unless we're upstairs. See, it's pretty large open space, so we have lots of room to play and run around. On this side is where we keep all our storage stuff. We have some more built-in shelves. In about 1.5 years, 2 years, we will be finishing it down here, so that's why we haven't really done too much work to it yet. So we are looking really forward to finishing it down here. Starting over here, we have our stuff on the wall. We have our alphabet in cursive and then our manuscript alphabet. We have some a bulletin board and a whiteboard. On the bulletin board, you can see, on the bulletin board we have our chart for the day. It goes over our tasks for the day. I have it set up so you can see that we have these little squares that I laminated that were construction paper. Basically, when we complete the activity, we'll flip it over to the check mark and slide it in on the other side, and we'll go down the list. So that way the kids can see where we're at. The ones that have the yellow tags behind, I have the names of like the electives that we'll be doing, and then up here in the corner we have our the day of the week that it is, so I don't have to worry about what day we're doing what. So I just pull that out and put it in front of where it goes, and we go on from there. The chart was from the Target dollar spot, and then I made up the little red squares with the green backs with a check mark. Over here is kind of like my teacher spot. I keep my workbook and my extras of things that I need to use regularly. The light is so I can see it a little bit better. I picked up the table. It looks like a microwave cart of some sort, or a small computer desk, at a yard sale actually this summer for about $3, so that was an awesome find. The side also pops up for if we need more space. Then our whiteboard, some more charts. Most of my charts are from Abeka because that's the main curriculum that we use, and then we also branch off into some other things. We have our flag, and then over here is our main hub for our supplies. At the top is our art supplies. Obviously those are kept up high to keep them out of reach of little hands. Starting on this side over here, these are our flashcards. If you follow me on Facebook, you would see these are our binders that I just made up recently. I'll show you real quick. Inside here are our phonics flashcards that, ooh, just popped that open. Our phonics flashcards that we use. I went through and laminated them all and then put them in this 2-inch binder, and there's about 130 cards in there, so it makes it nice to keep them all together. Hang on one second. Ugh, this is heavy. Let me get the other one out. And then in this bin, or this binder, is our charts and games. This is also from Abeka. This is just how I keep them put together. All of the front. It's also a 2-inch binder. All of our game pieces are in this little pocket holder, and then they're all labeled in little Ziploc bags. Down the side I have named tags for what each section is of the charts and games, and then the front we have our blend ladders. Makes it nice just to be able to keep them in order. I guess I'll show you while I'm doing the video on it. I take the booklet that comes with the charts and games, and I stick it into a plastic sleeve, and then these little tags are also they're adhesive tabs, like the kind of tabs that you would use on hanging files, but they can adhere to pretty much anything you need them to. Next to that I have a little bin full of puzzles and different little things for my little ones to work on. Over here, this is my daughter. She'll be in 1st grade. She has her workbooks that are more like the ones that I'm going to give out to her. All the other ones she keeps in her desk. Those are more of her test booklets. Next to that is my son. Those are all of the K4 booklets that he'll be using for this year, and I had them spiral bound at Office Max for about $3 to $4 a book. The next shelf is just basically puzzles. There's this big box of crafts that we'll pull out sometimes, and some coloring things up here. Moving down here, we have some other fun things over here. Sorry if I'm making a shadow. These are little things that the kids can use. We got them from Lakeshore, the learning store. They're really nice. They have magnetic little pieces in them so that kids can do phonetic things with them. There's 2 different ones. One's a fill in the blank for phonics. The other one helps build words. And then we have a stamp set, some lacing cards, 2 stamp sets, and then the tanagram set, which those are all mostly from Target. I picked those up before. We have our clock, and this is our little phonetic awareness phone. My son has a little bit of a speech impediment, so this is really nice. I'm hoping to use this year to help him hear how he's speaking, to learn how to sound out different things. We have this awesome Play-Doh kit that my kids are obsessed with. My parents actually purchased that for them last year, so they love that. It's one of the really nice ones. It has everything in it. Then we just have a regular bookshelf. It's just basically just little read-along books and storybooks. Just there's no rhyme or reason to it, just a bunch of books. Over here we have our map with some little wall decals. I got most of the wall decals at the Dollar Tree, and then the map was given to me last year from my grandma, so I'm excited to have it up. Here are our sticker bin. Here's our sticker bin. This doesn't go in here, of course. And then we have our timer and a little thing for extra lined paper for the kids to use. That's for their level of writing. Down below in these bins I have little flashcards that I made up last year that have simply 1 vowel words on them. And then this is the same thing, it's just additional ones, they go together. And this bin is just basically manipulatives. They have the Unifix cubes and then some little dinosaurs and horses and then blocks that I picked up from the dollar spot at Target as well. Also, if you like these bins were at Target. Yeah, as you can tell, I like to go to Target. They were about, I want to say $6, and they come in a stack of 3 for these size. I split mine up into 2 different sets. Over here are my 1st graders readers for next year that she'll have to use. This is my 2-year-old's shelf. It's just got some fun things for her to play with when we need her to behave for a little bit. These are just some little pom-poms and stuff in there. And then in here, these are the little kits that I picked up from Target that you might have seen in my school supply haul. I'll show you these ones. These are kind of cute. These were only $1. And this one is like a flower. It has the petals that they have to match up with their correct color. And then these are little popsicle sticks. You take off the popsicle top and you match them with the colored popsicle sticks. So that's really nice. And then I also have a little shoe for lacing practice. Obviously my 2-year-old probably won't use this one yet, but it's still nice to have in there for my older ones to play with. I just laminated it. It was actually on my K5 book last year for my daughter. So I laminated it, punched holes in it, and put some shoelaces in there so that she can practice tying. Shove these back in here. Hang on just a second. I'm doing it one-handed. I'll move up here while I'm doing that. On the next shelf, we have some read aloud books that I have. They're all chapter books. The early reader ones, some of them have pictures in them. These are the ones that I'll read to my kids at night. All of these chapter books in the center I picked up at Target for $1. Like Call of the Wild. We've read Peter Pan, Black Beauty, and Through the Looking Glass, which is Alice in Wonderland. And then they have their summer books that they were doing through the summer. And over here are our Leap Reader books, which they don't really use all that often, but they're still nice when they do get them out. And here are our blocks for my 2-year-old mostly. Sometimes we'll pull them out for math. They like to play with them though, to stack them up. Then here's another one of those special bins that I picked up from Target. This was probably $6 or $7, but it comes with 3 of them. This one goes with the top one up here, but I just separated it. So this is all of our art supply kind of things for coloring. So you can see what's in there. Over here are flashcards. I just did this. I absolutely love it. This box, as you can see, it's about as big as my hand. So I want to say 6 inches by 7 or 8 inches. This was at Office Max for $3. It was on clearance when I purchased it. These are all of our Becca flashcards, so depending on what your flashcards depends on how they would fit. But basically I took them in here. Some of them didn't fit this way, so I had to turn one set. So they're just, and I took my tabs, like I said, and these were cards that I had from like a Rolodex sort of thing. And I just put my little adhesive tabs to it and labeled them so I knew what tabs are what. And so they're all in there neatly. So that was that one. And then here's my other flashcard bin. It helps to keep them all together and orderly, so I do like this one. This one is called a card organizer. I need to go through and put labels on these little things. But I loved this one because it came with actual dividers. So depending on how many card kits you have, it'll depend on how many you would need. So we have our addition flashcards. We have our fake money that was sitting on top. Some of these are our verse flashcards. And then we have our drill set for 1st grade, our letter flashcards, and some other ones back here. But it's really nice because it came with the dividers. This was $8 at Office Max, but I've seen them in different places. They have tons of different things. So if you just look around, you'll find something that works for you. Let me move this over here. All right. So over here we have another little bin, but this one's much bigger. This was also Target for about $8. This has all of our letters in it, and then in the bottom has some instruments for when we do some circle time activities. Move these over here. Then we go over here, and we have another one of these. This was actually 3 sets. These big ones come as 2 chunks. So this one has 3 sets on it. So one of the other boxes is around here somewhere, and I have another lid somewhere, but I'm not sure at this moment. So, oh, it's upstairs. I'm sorry. So, on top I have some fun stuff in here for the kids to play with. It's mostly just the markers, and the marker boards and stuff for them to use on their own for spelling and whatnot. Just something different to play with. The next bin is for extra not my good flashcards, more like the ones that the kids can play with, and card games. We have some more puzzles, and then the bottom has just like a loom in it that my daughter uses. I didn't know where to put it, so we just shoved it in there. So hang on, let me put this back, and then we'll go up here and look on this. Okay, so we have a trifold board here that I picked up from the Dollar Tree for $1 as our calendar board. I did this because in the middle of the winter, it's so cold down here that we really don't get to use the room. So this way we can take this upstairs and still do our calendar. Towards the end of that year, last year when we moved into this house, I was really bummed because we didn't really do calendar time very often because it was down in the basement. It was just too cold. These are all my curriculum books. My lesson guides and everything are all in here, so I can pick them up and go as I need. When we're doing school, I'll probably have them laid out across this desk for wherever we're working. Up here, this is new. We got our map of the world up, and we're going to actually use that for history this year. We're going to be able to track what we've been learning and where we've learned about. Down here are some numbers from Rebecca. They're actually the creation days on the thing. It shows what was happening on each creation day. Then over here, this is just a bin to hold some extra supplies like tape, dice, stuff like that. In here is paint stuff, and then on the bottom is clay, and we also have Play-Doh in there. And then moving along, we have my workbox system. I'll post a link at the bottom when I get this uploaded to my little tabs on the front. I actually downloaded them from someone, and then they had ones that you could edit and put your own labels on, which were awesome. So this is for 2 kids. Eventually I'll have 3 different bins. I just didn't purchase one yet for my son. So we're kind of combining some of our lessons through it. And then there's just, as you can see on the back of them, has the Velcro, so you can move them back and forth. And that'll kind of tell them where they are too, if they've finished that subject or not. And each bin, I have the first day of school stuff set up already, so it's already ready to go. This is basically everything my son will need for writing. And then in here is everything my daughter will need for her math class. It has everything, the manipulatives that she'll be using that first day. Anything that I'll need to teach her that subject is already pulled out. Same with up here. It's already ready to go. So that makes it really easy to get going in the day. I try to do that the night before. It just helps make the next morning very smooth sailing. Up here we have our radio. It's just so we can dance around and sing some songs in the morning if we want to. And then through these drawers I have some bulletin board stuff. Sorry, that's really dark. You might not be able to really see it. And here are some extra craft stuff that we might use. We got magazines for cutting stuff out for different projects. And here is some construction paper. And then we got all kinds of coloring books and things. And then in the bottom, we just have some stuff that I need to go, basically. So, this is my daughter's desk. We picked this up off of Craigslist for $25. It came with a chair, so that was really awesome. She has all of her student workbooks in there, so she's going to be responsible this year for getting her work out and ready to go when it's time. This is my preschooler, my K4 and my preschooler students' desk. We have their name tags on there. They might not really get it to use them very much. Well, at least she won't because she's still too little, but I figure we'll work on spelling her name maybe this year. We also picked up this desk for $25 off of Craigslist, and it came with 3 chairs. So that was really awesome. Another good find. These desks go for about $100 brand new. So if you can find stuff like that on Craigslist, it's really awesome. And then over here is just some fun stuff, mostly just regular toys, but we also have like a box of puzzles, some Legos, and these blocks right here are actually alphabet blocks that they colored and put together. We have some learning games to the side. So at the end of this video, I'll attach a picture, a panoramic view of the room so you can kind of get a full layout of it. Thank you for watching. I hope that this helped someone be able to kind of help set up their room and organize some things, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Make sure you go ahead and like my Facebook page and subscribe to find some more videos that I'll be posting along the way. Have a nice day. Happy homeschooling.